this guy, I'm not sure what was going on here with this. It looks like he took his own photo, which is fine. Some people do that. It's usually pretty obvious when you do, so it's not the best choice. But it kind of looks like his dog just died. So you want to make sure that you take a picture that shows you being happy and having fun, unless you're just, like eternally pessimistic, in which case you're probably not going to have very good luck online. So here's another photo that we get a kick out of.
This photo cracks me up.
The quality is so bad. It's got these little white marks all over the picture, and it looks like what he did is he took a picture of himself with his cell phone in the mirror. So I don't know if those are white marks on the mirror.
I think they're white marks on the mirror. I think he's showing off that he's so cool he doesn't have to clean a mirror.
I don't know if viewers can see it, but in the background he's got pictures of women in bikinis on the wall. It's not a good message that you want to send to women that, you've got, these attractive women in your
I think even women who wear bikinis don't want to see men be, like, fawning over other women wearing bikinis.
That's right. And this guy, we'll just put it up real quickly. Okay, I don't know why guys a lot of times take pictures of themselves in their car, but they do. And I think that this photo the only message I get out of this is, I'm one of those guys who will take silly pictures of myself and post them on the internet.
I think you and I might disagree a little bit on this picture, because I think that it certainly should not be a main picture, but I think it's like a goofy picture, and I think that it's important to have 3 different types of pictures. You can have a picture of your face, you can have a picture of your body, and then you can have a picture of your personality. And I think that if that was a personality picture, then it might not be a horrible.
Right, yeah, if he's a real goofy guy, you're right. If he's just a big joker all the time. And then this is just another example of somebody who obviously posed for the picture and is just trying a little bit too hard with the whole sultry, hand on her face kind of thing. So just go for natural pictures that show who you are. I love this guy. All right, when you look at this picture, first of all, don't take pictures with other people, especially if you don't have their permission. It's not a nice thing to do, and I've kind of blurred out their faces, but this fella took a picture when he was out with his friends having a good time, and I guess, I don't know if these gals were with him or he picked them up wherever. But all you see in this picture are women that are scantily clad and lots of skin showing, and I see a kind of a floating head, one of his buddies here. What you don't really notice is this guy in the cowboy hat, and that's whose picture it's supposed to be. So you want to take pictures that reflect, call attention to you, and don't take pictures with other people.
Right, and I think, gentlemen, I think that women, again, like I said earlier, really don't want to see you with other hot women that are, hanging all over you. It reminds me of a story that I went out when I was single, that I went on a date with a guy. It was a first date, and he was actually a pretty conservative guy. And he starts telling me that he's sorry that he's so tired, but that he was at a strip club last night, and he spent $6,000 at the strip club. And I really do believe that he told me that to impress me. Maybe he thought I'd think he was like a big spender or something.
Were you impressed?
I was not impressed. We went on one date and one date only. I do think it's cool to have a lot of money and to spend it, and if you can afford it, then that's great. Women tend to not mind that kind of stuff, but we don't want to hear that you spent all that money on strippers, just like we don't want to see you with women that kind of look like they could be professional in that picture. So, gentlemen, stay away from having other women in the photo.
That's true. Now, this fella chose a different kind of other woman to have in his photo, and this goes.
A woman.
This would be his daughter.
A little woman.
A little woman, and it's wonderful if your children are important in your life. This goes for women and men both, though. Please don't put your photos of your children in pictures with you. What happens, I know that your online profile is anonymous. You're going by this screen name and you're communicating through the website. But at some point, you start giving other information to somebody. When you're talking back and forth through your emails, you might, somebody might approach you and say, oh, your daughter's so cute. Where does she go to school, or what sports does she play? And that guy may not actually be talking to a woman. He may not realize that he's talking to a predator, sexual predator or something like that.
Which is why the video chat's so important.
That is another reason why it is so important. But at some point, you're going to give your email address, and then somebody can look you up on Facebook and then find out all these things about you. So you want to do everything you can to protect your own identity, but also to make sure, please protect your children. So please don't put any pictures of you with your kids on your profile.
Right. I like that you're all about safety. And I think we have a call.
We do.
Hi, caller. You're on the air. What's your name?
Yes, hi. My name's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
I'm basically recently divorced and haven't really done any online dating before, so I was just kind of curious what some of the initial things are that I should do to get started, and kind of also, should I have like professional pictures taken, or what would be your suggestion on how to get started in the online dating?
Okay. Well, I think, first of all, online dating is the perfect place to get started.
Let me just repeat the question. Thank you so much,
yes.
Mike. So Mike's question was that he's recently back into the dating world, and he's wondering if he should do online dating, and he said specifically whether he wanted to know whether professional photos were helpful, and so that was Mike's question.
Yes.
But did you want to
Thank
start
you for
answering
repeating.
it?
Yes.
Sure.
I think that online dating is a perfect place for somebody who's just getting back into the dating scene, because it gives you an opportunity to go out with a lot of different people. When you're recently single, the one thing you don't want to do is to immediately get tied down right away. So it gives you a chance to meet a lot of different people and kind of test the waters. Now, as far as the professional photos go, not necessarily. Sometimes professional photos can do the opposite of what you want them to do, because they can look too staged and too fake. And very often people think that when they see a professional photo, that's not a real photo. So if you do a professional photo, which is fine, make sure that you back it up with 2 or 3 other photos of you doing fun things, going on vacation, things that can show this really is who I am. So it's kind of you can do it, but make sure it's not the only photos.
Right, I agree. And I again, restate what I said earlier, the importance of having a photo that reflects you at your best, but also you natural. So I don't think there's anything wrong with getting your hair done, ladies, or getting your makeup professionally done and having a professional photo. But maybe have the photographer come to your home, or go to a place where you feel comfortable and natural. If you're really a jeans and t-shirt kind of girl, and you start putting on sequins and earrings and all this crazy stuff, that's going to come across, and you're not going to look natural and confident, which is really the most important thing when people are checking out photos.
And please, no feather boas, ladies. No, none of the photos, with the feather boas.
Unless you wear feather boas all the time.
Well, that's okay. That's a good point. I didn't think about it. This perfect timing for us to bring up this photo.
Probably does not wear feather boas.
It probably does not. It's a very professional photo, and it probably is actually a work photo that this woman has used. And it's fine if that's her personality. If she's very conservative and very business-minded, then this is probably a good photo. But it doesn't show her personality, the fun side of her, too. So, again, you want to kind of mix things up a little bit.
That's a personality photo, if that's her personality and that's what you're looking for. But you have so many great photos.
I do.
And maybe we'll get back to them. But I really do want to talk about Gary McCarthy. And he is a fantastic man. He showed some of his photos here. That's one of them. I think that's a great photo. It shows him, again, comfortable, confident, natural, fun. I think he's a good-looking man.
And Gary was one of the winners of our contest that we did online, where we were looking for somebody who wanted to have a profile makeover.
Yes. So I think he did. His pictures are fantastic.
Yeah,
these are pretty much examples of what to do.
It's definitely where the photos are concerned. Gary did a what to do, which is I showed you the one photo of himself. Here's another with a great face shot. He's also got photos. He lives in Miami, by the way, so he has photos of him sitting on the beach, doing beachy kind of things. And he also mentions in his profile that he likes to travel. So he actually threw in some pictures of travel-related things, like it looks like a picture of him in London. So I think that Gary did a great job of choosing pictures that show him doing the kind of things that he enjoys doing. Right. And we said not to take pictures of people with you. And now, on first glance, this looks like Gary's leaning on his buddy's shoulder, but on closer glance, we notice that it's a statue, and it looks like maybe he's at a Hard Rock Cafe or something like that, and he's leaning on a statue. That is a great photo. It shows a lot of personality.
Yeah, so. I agree. Yeah, Gary's photos were great, and he had a lot of them, and we both give Gary double thumbs up for your photos.
For your photos.
So now we get to the